All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. So, hello everyone. Welcome to our first meeting for Machine Learning Club this year. And we're super excited to see all of you guys out here today. And today we will be introducing our club briefly and showing you guys some cool applications of machine learning. So, you may remember some of this information from our intro video, but stay tuned for our interesting examples of machine learning. Okay, so you all must be like somewhat interested in machine learning for at least like one of the many good reasons to be. But what exactly is machine learning? So machine learning, or ML, is basically just the process of using data to train a computer to complete a certain task without explicitly telling it what to do. So it's basically a way for humans to teach computers how to do a task using a ton of data.
All right. This is a very famous quote from one of the most famous experts in ML, Andrew Ng, who teaches a course on Coursera. And he says, artificial intelligence is the new electricity. And this really emphasizes why AI and ML is so important. It's because it's the new resource that's going to be incorporated into every industry, just as electricity has. Um, yeah, next slide, I guess. And regarding ML, this is just like some of the reasons that it's really interesting. It's that it has so many applications, for instance, with image, handwriting, facial recognition, stuff that you see in sci-fi movies. Medical diagnosis, here on the top right, you should see some images of breast cells. And looking at the images and applying a neural network, you should be able to diagnose which cells are cancerous. Machine learning is also used in self-driving cars and recommendation algorithms for things like Netflix.
Okay, so we're going to introduce ourselves again and talk about a little bit about our own experiences with machine learning. So I'm Claire and I'm a senior and I will be the president for this year. And I'm particularly interested in computer vision and I've mostly worked with medical imaging. And I really like how machine learning can be applicable to almost any other field, which really allows me to like connect computational methods to my various other interests.
Hi everyone, I'm Marushi. I'm the vice president for this year and I'm a junior. And I'm also mainly interested in computer vision, but I'm trying to learn more about recurrent neural networks and natural language processing. And I like coding in general, but I like machine learning especially because I think it's crazy how you can just literally input some images to your model and then typing up a few lines of code and then boom, you can like predict tumors and stuff.
Hello, I'm Aaron. I'm the treasurer this year. I'm a senior. My main focus in machine learning has to be in computer vision, be that like concurrent neural networks or image, just like manipulation in general, random forests. And the reason I got into machine learning is also because, well, my reason is because I think that it has a lot of applications in many different fields, and its applications in education and medicine specifically are what initially drew me to the field.
Hello everyone, I'm Gavin and I'm also a senior, and this year I'll be the PR officer for Machine Learning Club. So I also have experience working with computer vision and natural language processing, but recently I've been more interested in applying machine learning and deep learning to cybersecurity. So the reason I really enjoy machine learning is I see it has a lot of potential to help millions of people worldwide, and it's a continuously growing field right now.
Hi everyone, I'm Kento and I'm a junior. I'm the secretary for ML Club. I have experience in computer vision and natural language processing, and I'm also really into reading new ML papers. So if you have any good papers, send them over. I'm also a web developer and a competitive programmer. So if you have questions regarding that, you can ask me too.
So this is what we're hoping to cover this year. So by the end of the year, you'll be able to follow the full machine learning pipeline. So from data pre-processing to your actual output and your model's predictions. And some major things we're gonna be going over are convolutional neural networks. So I know a lot of officers talk about computer vision. So this is what's used for computer vision. And then we're gonna talk about recurrent neural networks, how to code that. And that's used for natural language processing. We're also going to talk about KNN and softmax classifiers. So they're simpler than CNNs. They're also classifiers, but they're not focused for images. If you want to classify other things, these are commonly used. And then we're also going to talk about regression, so multivariate regression. Here's a quick overview of what we'll be going over this year. So we've divided it into units, so monthly units. So we're going to start off with some regression. Then we'll go into classification. So this is the KNN and softmax classifiers. And also neural networks for, this should say classification, neural networks for classification. And then we're gonna have, December is a small month, and then January, second semester, we're gonna go into the more complicated stuff. And then finally in March, we'll go over the full machine learning pipeline.
So we will also host a lot of cool and fun club events. We will have guest speakers come in and talk about their personal experience with machine learning. We'll also discuss a bunch of different novel papers and new breakthroughs within machine learning, as well as collaboration with other clubs, mainly with web development to create a machine learning powered website.
Right, so to get you hyped up for the potential of ML, here's a very cool demo of an amazing machine learning model. It's called GPT-3, and it's a brand new model developed by Elon Musk's OpenAI, and it's built for writing text. So here's an example of what GPT-3 can write. It's pretty scary how good it is. Here, the most impressive thing is that the same model can not only write English text, but also code in a lot of languages. So here's a very quick demo of GPT-3 writing HTML given a short description. That's the wrong video, the one on the slide before. You can skip around a bit. You can skip this slide.
Okay, yeah, so on the previous slide, there was a cool example or a more in-depth video from 2 Minute Papers, which is a cool YouTube channel if you guys want to check out, that goes into, or it kind of summarizes a lot of interesting research projects. So if you guys are interested in looking more into GPT-3 or other interesting research projects, you can definitely find those on YouTube. And then for our next examples, so you can see from the demo of GPT-3 that machine learning can be really powerful. And while machine learning is indeed very powerful in like large industries and performing possibly practical tasks, machine learning can also be used in some more fun, for like some more fun purposes. So here are some, these are just 3 fun examples. So many of you guys might have heard of maybe some of these. So Google Quick Draw is a game where you are basically playing Pictionary with your computer. So you can draw an object, and like as you can see in the image there, it will try to guess what it is. So in the top picture, Google is guessing that that is a bear. So every time you play the game, you're actually giving Google more training data that helps train their models that try to predict what you're drawing. So another example is AI Duet, which allows you to press any sequence of keys on a virtual keyboard. And then the computer will play another following sequence that sounds good together. So it will create somewhat of a duet. And another really fun game is the emoji scavenger hunt, which is an interesting game where you walk around with your phone or a camera, and then you try to find occurrences of like an emoji in real life. So for example, you can see at the bottom picture, if you put your camera on a dog, hopefully it will predict that you are showing them the dog emoji. And it's kind of an interesting scavenger hunt game. So these are all examples of games that are built off machine learning and artificial intelligence. And if you guys are interested into looking more into these or playing them, you can definitely Google each of these phrases. They should come up. And there's a lot more on the link there, since these are all made from Google. And actually, if you're interested in seeing the code behind this, those are actually all available publicly too. So you guys can definitely check out that link if you're more interested in this. So yeah, so you can find this and many other more creative applications of machine learning all over the internet. And yeah.
So these are just a few examples of what machine learning can do. We will discuss more about these examples in future meetings. Thank you for coming to our first ever Machine Learning Club meeting. You can connect with us on our website or social media on this slide, or contact us at lhsmlclub@gmail.com. If you have any questions or comments, you can just email us. This meeting, as well as future meetings, will be posted on our website. Fill out our attendance form at this link, tinyurl.com/mlclub918, and enter the word first as the attendance code. And finally, if you have not filled out the interest form yet, please do so at the link at the very bottom. So that is it for our meeting today. If you have any quick questions, you can stick around. Otherwise, you can leave after you fill out the attendance form.
I have a question. Can I ask her?
Yeah, go ahead.
Will we learn to like write all of these neural networks and algorithms from scratch, or using like libraries, or like some of them from scratch?
So we don't have time, since our meetings are only once a week, we won't have time to teach you guys to learn to code everything from scratch, but there's a lot of resources which you can link with each presentation where you can learn how to code it from scratch, but we're mainly going to be using libraries.
Okay.
Not to mention that like most of the neural networks use backpropagation, which takes like multivariable calculus, which is okay to explain for how it's used, but I don't know if like everyone in the club would be interested in that. If you like really want to know how to do it in pure Python, maybe like email us and we can send you resources, or if you have specific questions, we'll answer them.
Yeah, I understand it could be difficult with like the math involved.
We have the time.
Okay, someone said in the chat, will we be coding? So we don't plan to go in depth with coding during our actual member presentations, but we'll definitely link plenty of resources because we want our presentations to be for people of all backgrounds in coding experience, because machine learning isn't always about pure coding. But yeah, we will be giving you guys plenty of resources and helping you guys out if you guys want to learn how to code or implement anything that you guys see in the presentations.
Yeah, so to be clear, like during our presentations, we'll be going over the conceptual stuff and then like the actual code isn't too difficult once you understand the concepts. So we'll link like how to actually write the code with each presentation. So you'll definitely learn how to code everything.
Okay, and then someone asked, which email for the mailing list? Whichever one you check, we don't really have a preference. And someone asked, when is the next meeting? The next meeting will be next week at the same time. And we will send out an email to remind you guys before the meeting.
Right, thank you everyone for coming.
Yep, we hope to see you
Hope to
guys
see you
all
next week.
next week. Bye. Oh wait, there's a few more questions, so we'll stick around for a little bit, but feel free to log off and please fill out the attendance and reach out to us if you have anything else. And someone asked, are there any prerequisites to do well in the club? Well, I guess the club is mainly an interest club to get you interested and allow you to learn what you want to learn out of it. So there are no prerequisites. Anyone is welcome from all levels of background experience. And yeah, so just make sure to have a good time. Don't worry too much about doing well or anything. Just, yeah, hopefully we spark your interest and teach you a few new things in the club.
Yeah, but we do kind of assume that you have some basic programming knowledge. So this is just like variables and loops and like very, very basic stuff.
Bye.
Hello.
Bye. Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.